Hello and welcome. Thank you for watching my video. This is brought to you by Thank You Life 101. I'm the host, Stefan Neff, CEO of Thank You Life 101. I would love to tell you a story about used cars. You know when you buy a car, brand new one, you know that brand new car smell? Especially when you just bought it. Brand new. And you know that feeling you get from a brand new car? And absolutely fantastic feeling you get from that. But nowadays, we use a car for maybe 5 years, maybe 10 at the most. Then we trade it in. Even though the car runs beautifully, still has a lot of life left in it, especially if it's 5 years. 10 years, well, you know what, it's getting a little bit old, but it's still, if you maintain it, if you look after it, you care for it, you do the regular checkups, the maintenance on it, absolutely will run pretty much forever when you care for it and don't overwork it. So my point is, when you care for something, it'll run forever. In relationships, this is what happens. And this is what I'm finding. This is what happens. If it doesn't work after you get married and you find out after the first year or two, even sometimes 5 years, people want to trade it in for a new one because they're not happy for what they have. And the reason why, like I told you in that description and the example for the used car and brand new car when you buy, you have to care and look after your marriage, your relationship. Just like a car. If you abuse a car, it's going to last for 2 years to 5 years. And if you go and buy a new car, you're going to do exactly the same thing again. And then you repeat it over and over again. So if you care, it'll last a lifetime. The point is, when we have this feeling in the society that we have throwaway things, when it doesn't work or it doesn't serve us, or all of a sudden it breaks down, just like a relationship, just like a car. Oh, piece of junk, or you know what, doesn't work anymore. Time to buy a new one. Go newer and younger, right? Just like in marriage, sometimes people want to go newer and younger. Absolutely backwards way of thinking. I understand if a car is like 30 years old or 20 years old and you want to keep that car and give it to your child, or you want to keep it as a collector because you maintained it and you want to buy a new car, but not like a relationship. That means you're cheating, right? Different story. That is vintage car collecting. If you do that in your relationship, that's called cheating. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the society that we live in is throwaway. We're throwing away our relationships, throwing away our cars. We're abusing our cars. We're abusing our relationships. I believe it's time to care for our cars. And I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. I thought that I was a wannabe mechanic because I didn't want to pay for all the mechanic work and all the stuff like that I do with my car. So I ended up working on it myself. Disaster! I had no idea. I thought I did. I made it worse. Now that I have a car that I maintain, I look after, I get serviced by somebody else, the car never will break down. And in relationships, if a car does not work, if a relationship doesn't work, you have to go care for it. It means maintain. It means you have to go to maybe a therapist, or you have to go to a life coach or a relationship coach that will guide you in that right direction. So you may need a tune-up. It means in here, the way we're thinking goes down to basic life skills, basic communication skills in our relationships. We need tune-ups once in a while. I got tuned up, and my engine is purring like a kitten because I go and get self-help. I go to programs about, for example, business and about life. And I'm constantly working on my mindset with my wife, and vice versa. We're working on each other's mindset because we're communicating, masterminding. That's the key. So stop throwing away your old cars, means your relationships as well. And the focus on this is relationships. The story is about used cars. Keep your relationship running smoothly, running nice and high performance when you maintain it. So maintain your relationship at a high level of communication, love, care. So everybody have a fantastic day and create the life that you've always wanted and you always desired. So this is Stefan from Thank You Life 101. So have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.